Good morning. Today I'm here to present to you my indoor learning environment. My theme was the rainforest for a third grade classroom. Here's an example of my floor plan. This is just the 3D dimensional aspect of it. The next one I have is labeled, but this is just how it looks laid out and not labeled yet. So we have 3 round tables, which include the student groups, 4 center stations. Center 1 is the table in the back left corner. Center 2, the rectangle table in the middle of the room. Center 3 is the other rectangle table, and center 4 is the round mat in the far right corner. We also have a classroom library, as well as 1 supply closet and 2 supply stations, 1 sink, and then we also have student cubbies. So here is my labeled floor plan. So as you see here, we have supplies in the corner, student work displayed on these backboards, a word wall here, dry erase board, and a smart board on the back wall. Here's the center 1 table, the center 2 and center 3, and the center 4 is this round table with, or this round mat with the chairs and the bookshelf. Over here, we have rainforest facts and animal facts on this back wall by the teacher's desk and the next supply station. Here's the classroom library in the corner here. I know you can't see it that well, I'm sorry. So here's the classroom library here, and here's the group 1, group 2, and group 3. These are where the students sit when we're not doing centers, and they switch those stations every week. Here's their cubbies at the bottom, and here's the sink at the side with the door, the exit here. So next, this is just our traffic flow pattern. So we have the enter and the exit. We only have 1 door. So they'll enter to go to whichever station. If they're going to the back tables, they'll enter. They can either go this way and up or into here and up. Just depends on where they're headed. But the exit is back to the entrance. There's only one way in and 1 way out of our classroom. Next is my classroom theme and design. For my theme, I did the rainforest. For my design, we have 2 bulletin boards, which contain student work and word walls. We have a back wall that contains rainforest facts that helps reinforce our theme. We have 4 student groups that I showed you on the floor plan. They switch tables each day. All of these tables have different seating types. 1 has exercise balls, 1 has stools, and 1 has chairs. So we rotate around so that students can use their, if they can't sit still very easily, they use the balls to bounce up and down and not cause as much distraction as they would if they were, speaking to their neighbor. That keeps them moving and that helps them to stay focused. So that's why we chose the exercise balls as seats also. We also have weekly centers at designated tables. I have rainforest animals, stuffed animals placed throughout room for observation, along with facts about that certain animal, and plan to take a trip to the zoo with the children to help bring all of these rainforest aspects to life the best that we can. And we also have hanging lights in the library with, I've also made paper mache palm trees that we have back there to help reinforce the rainforest theme. And it's kind of like they're reading under the stars in the rainforest. When we do a dark reading time in the room, that just helps reinforce the theme and helps them, be excited about what we're doing. Next, we have our learning centers. So the first learning center is the Rainforest Center. It's teacher-led, or the child can choose to do it independently. If they do it with a teacher, it describes the layers of the rainforest. We'll complete an interactive activity to place rainforest animals within the correct layer where you would normally see them in the rainforest. Or students may choose 1 rainforest animal and use the classroom resources and library to write 2 paragraphs describing it. So that's if they choose to do an individual. Sometimes with different children, they have different moods. So of course, some days they might want to interact with peers and their teachers. Other days they might just want to be alone. So that is why that is the option. Next, we have a phonics center. We have this week set it on inflectional endings. That's our skill, so that's what we're doing in that. Students will receive a bag of inflectional endings and must place the ending with the correct word and write them down on a documentation log. Next, we have the Vocabulary Center. In this center, students will review their weekly vocabulary words together in their group. Then the words and definitions will be placed in a pile in the middle of the table. Students will work together to match the words with their definitions. They will then write a sentence with each word. Next, we have our Word Wall Center. Students must use the words on the word wall to complete sentences, find pairs of antonyms and synonyms, and a word that needs an inflectional ending, etc. Just different activities dealing with that word wall with high frequency words and also common sight words. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.